A man who takes lives cannot write about lives. That is the oath that Odasaku took up when he was a young boy. And that is why he does not kill. As we finally get just a little bit more about this character. We learn about his backstory and his aspirations and what he wants to do when he's finally out of this port mafia life. Of course, I spent a good portion of the last chapter writing pretty much a eulogy for this guy, only for him to still be alive. So yeah, Odasaku is still alive. Unfortunately, the bad times won't end for him, as we see in this episode that the bartender and the kids that he took in for orphans, they're all dead, and the last thing that he seen was these kids trapped inside of a trailer, banging on the window, screaming as they exploded right in front of his eyes, and the hurt that Odasaku went to, and that scream, that ear-piercing scream, it can't help but hit you right in the feels in this episode, as he even said himself that his throat was hurting, and he heard someone screaming, and his throat was hurting because that was him screaming, and he was just so in disbelief, so hurt, and so much agony that he couldn't believe that it was his own self screaming as he seen these kids that he took under his wing to die in. Again, the bad times just don't end for this character, and he really doesn't deserve to go through this, because you can see that he is purely a good man. He's purely a nice man. You can definitely see where Dazai was cut from this character. And the bad times just keep coming and coming from him. It was really sad just to see those kids die like that. But at least now we are going to see this man get serious, as that is a fear of everybody in Port Mafia, for him to get serious. And that oath he took about not killing, yeah, after seeing what happened to these kids, I'm pretty sure he's going to throw that out the window. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of Bungou Stray Dogs, episode 15. I pretty much got through it before I did the introduction, but hey, we're here, so let's get it in. So this episode starts off with Dazai at the bedside of Odasaku as he explains to him what happened with Ango, basically saying that Ango did get away with the group of Blackout members. However, Port Mafia isn't concerned about that. They want Mimic stopped no matter what, and they are going to strike at them with their full strength, as they've already sent the Kutagawa out to try to wipe these guys up, and he's doing a pretty good job of that so far on his own. So Odasaku says, that's your subordinate, right? As my debt to you for helping me, I'm going to go get him out of a jam, as he goes to make his way to assist Kutagawa against the Mimic Guild. And Dazai, again, were always with the quotes basically saying, you know what, you need to forget all those debts that you owe people, because in the end, people don't remember what you owe them for anyway. But he sees Dazai as a friend, whether he wants to admit it to or not. It's something that he says he doesn't use too loosely. And you can tell he probably has some type of attachment problems, especially like what we saw with the kids later on in the episode. But he's going to go do it anyway, because again, he does value Dazai as a friend, and he's going to go help his subordinate. Kutagawa is getting a run for his money though, as he runs into the leader of Mimic by the name of, I think it's Gide, but I believe it's Guild. Either way, please correct me on which one it is. I'm going to say Guild. He runs into the leader, Guild, and it's almost as like Guild can predict what he's doing, as he's not able to get a hit on him at all. And we see that Kutagawa has grown in a little bit of time that we have, and he was able to use Rashomon both offensively and defensively, and it pretty much saved his life, except he still got shot in the leg by this character. Thankfully, Odasaku showed up just in time to save Kutagawa from meeting his end against the leader of Mimic. And he actually tries to boss up on Odasaku, like, you're low level, what are you doing here? You're Dazai's friend, get out of here. I need to take this guy out by myself, because if he would have took out the leader of Mimic, that would have gave him the recognition that he also deserved, or felt he deserved, and wanted to get from Dazai. And he decides to test his waters and go against Odasaku, only to get knocked on his ass really quick. And he was like, look, you can't take me. And he was told, he was warned, he was like, if Oda ever gets serious, not in 1,000 years would you be able to stop him. So he put him in his place, swept him aside. Now we get the battle between Oda and Guild. But the thing is, these guys have the exact same power. Guild has the same power as Flawless, as he's able to see seconds into the future as well. So these guys keep trying to checkmate each other. And whenever Oda would see something, he would see another future right away. And we find out later in the episode that it's a rare case, but when two powers come together, sometimes they can cause adverse things to happen, like this just did, which is why he kept seeing multiple instances of things happening. And it kind of ended up on a stalemate, because Gil was like, you know what? You might be the person that I came to Japan for. Us as Mimic, we're ghosts, and we are basically looking for someone to end us. We're looking for someone good enough to kill us, and I think you can actually do that. So I'm going to let you live to fight another day. So with that being said, he picks up Akutagawa, he gets away, and we meet back up with him and Dazai. And Dazai says that the only person that's going to help us track these people down is Ango. So we get these three once again in the bar, and it was very poetic to see these three together again, as we find out that Ango is actually a triple agent, because that Black Ops team that he got away from was actually a branch of the government. And he's in an endless cycle of information because the government actually sent him to spy on Port Mafia. Port Mafia sent Ango to spy on Mimic, and he's just been funneling that information back and forth between all of these channels. But overall, the government just wants Mimic out of here, and they don't care if Port Mafia has to do it first. They just want them done. And that was Ango's pretty much purpose, but now he's stepped in so many things that he's a wanted man. He's gonna have to lay low for a while. These three get to share a drink once more in a very beautiful scene, and we got a little bit of a moment of silence in the scene too, as these three men get together and they embrace that this will be the last time that they are all together. As Ango said, you know what, maybe once we're all free, we can do this again. And Dazai, he was like, no, bro, no, we're not gonna be here again. You should be lucky that you're even getting out here alive. He did have enough respect for him, and he told him, before I changed my mind, you need to get out of here. But for now, we're gonna go handle our business. We won't meet again, and if we do, it is not gonna be a good thing. And it is here that we get that powerful, heart-wrenching scene of what happened to the kids that Odasaku was taking care of. And it's no doubt this was done by Mimic as a way to get back at him, or a way to piss him off, to make him the demon that he needs to be in order to kill this group of individuals. So that was the episode in a nutshell. I think we're going to be in on this dark arc for a little while once again, so I like it. I really do want to get back to the main story, but I can't say I'm mad at this as well. So guys, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like. If you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. And I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.